I'm so happy that you're here, and I can't wait to start this cohort together with you. Before we start, I want to walk you through the structure of the upcoming 8 modules that I had planned for all of you. Let's start with the very first one, which is what makes a PM good? So we're not just talking about what a PM does, we're really breaking down the role and expectations and talking about what makes a PM stand out, a good PM versus an average PM. And I also want you to reflect. Do you embody these traits? How would you apply these traits to your own personal pitches? I want to also help you craft your personal pitch by overlaying these key PM traits on top of your current experiences. And I also want to review your LinkedIn and your resume so you don't just sound like an average PM, but a good PM. Next, on July 27th, we step into the problem space. And this is where we're really exercising our user empathy muscles. Let's cover 2 to 3 use cases together. I want us to think about commute. What does daily commute mean? How do people feel about it? And grocery shopping. What are the pain points for grocery shopping today? What are their motivations? And if there's time, let's go over a third use case together. In these case studies, we want to talk about who are the customers, what are their unmet needs, what emotions are they feeling, and what are their motivations. And let's get ready for the next session, which is entering solution space. So now that we understand what the users are motivated by and their emotional pain, let's come up with different solutions. So for the use cases that we covered, how do we systematically prioritize all the different problems? What solutions should we design to address these problems? And what success metric should we set so that we know whether we were successful or not? And then in the next module, I will share with you all the products that I have worked on in my 12 years in product management, spanning B2B enterprise, Oracle and Symantec, B2B startups, Fang and Meta, and a mid-sized B2C company, which is Roku. I will break down all the user persona, user problems, and solutions that we came up with. And this is going to give you an example of how product thinking is applied in the real world. Next, let's do a product sense interview. Product sense interview tests our product thinking skills. So I want to share with you what I know based on my experience conducting over 200 interviews when I was at Meta for both PMICs as well as PM people manager candidates. Next, I will share with you the presentation that I had to give when I interviewed at Roku. And in this presentation, it demonstrates product thinking when selling yourself and selling your product. Now, this presentation resulted in a job offer at the director of product level. And I can't wait to get your feedback and share this with you. Next, we will have office hours because I'm fully expecting questions that will come up throughout the modules as we dig deeper. And I want to help you prepare for your demo where you demonstrate product thinking end to end, which is the last module. This is where you start with the problem space and then move into the solution space, and you're applying product thinking either to a product or when you're selling yourself. You pick how you want to demonstrate your product thinking, and this summarizes how we'll be spending our time together throughout the 8 modules that are coming up.
Let's do introduction. My name is Nancy. As you know, I am a product management coach, and I come from most recently Roku, where I was director of product. And before Roku, I worked at Facebook for 6 years. And that was where I transitioned from an IC PM to a people manager PM. And the largest team I managed when I was at Facebook was a team of 17 people. And at 17 people, you have to have layers in between. So I was also managing managers at that time. And the smallest team I managed was 2 people. So that gives you kind of like a sense on my experience being a people manager. If that is a topic of interest, we can also talk about that if there's time. And then before Facebook, I worked at B2B large companies and B2B startups. So my experience is B2B and B2C in startups and big companies. And now I am a PM coach because I'm very, very passionate in helping to demystify the product management realm, because I know it could be very complicated and it could be lonely sometimes as PM. So that is why I'm a full-time coach now.
And now let's get started and work on strengthening our product thinking muscles together.